Boys and girls, I'd like to introduce you to a wonderful author, and he is going to read his book and tell us a little bit about how he did that. His name is Mr. Tonatiuh, and he's glad to be here. Okay, here he goes.
All right. Well, hi everyone. It's Tonatiuh, or you can just call me Duncan, like the donuts, Duncan. And so it's good to be here. Have you guys had a chance to read the Dear Primo book, or not yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, so let's read that. But actually, first, I'll read to you another book that I just made. That it's not even a book yet. It's like a preview. It's gonna be a book next year, but I want to show it to you so you can let me know what you think about it, okay? And then I'll show you the Dear Primo book, and you're going to get a copy of the book too, so you can read it to other people and tell your parents and your brothers and other family about it, if you like it. So, these are images from a new book I wrote, and it's called Poncho Rabbit and the Coyote. And it says, well, first, everyone speaks English, or?
I speak English. I speak hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't know that word.
But everyone speaks English?
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
I don't.
You speak Spanish?
I don't.
What do you speak?
I speak Spanish and English. Me too.
Amaya.
So do I. I speak English.
All right, well, let's read it in English, and if someone doesn't speak English, get someone next to someone that can like help you a little if you don't understand something, or if you don't understand something, you can raise your hand and ask me, okay? Because yesterday I went to another school, and there they mostly spoke Spanish, so we actually read the story in Spanish. That's why I wanted to check with you what language you spoke the best. So it says, one spring, the rains did not come and the crops could not grow. So Papa Rabbit, Señor Rooster, Señor Ram, and other animals from the rancho set out north to find work in the great carrot and lettuce fields. There they could earn money for their families. Many harvests went by, and it was finally time for Papa Rabbit to return home. His family was preparing a big fiesta. Everyone in the rancho was excited to see him, especially Poncho Rabbit, his eldest son. I heard Mama telling Señora Duck that Papa saved enough money in El Norte so that he won't have to leave us ever again, Pancho told his brother and sisters. They were helping Mama cook Papa his favorite meal, mole, rice and beans, a heap of warm tortillas, and a jug full of fresh aguamiel. The musicians arrived and began to tune their instruments, while Pancho and his sisters hung papel picado to decorate the patio. The rabbit's friends from the rancho began to arrive. Everyone follows the story along? Everyone knows what's happening?
Yes.
Okay. But what do you think happens next?
It's night. It's nighttime and they have a fiesta.
Okay, it's nighttime, but let's see what happens. It says, they listened to the música, they ate some mole, and they waited and waited. But Papa Rabbit did not appear. He must have had a late start, said Mama Rabbit. Maybe the weather was bad and he had to find shelter, said Pancho's youngest sister. They waited some more, but still Papa Rabbit was not to be seen. When it was dark, the musicians and the guests said their goodbyes and headed home. Your papa will certainly arrive by morning, Señora Duck told Pancho and his family. What do you think is going to happen next? Let's see you with your hand raised. What's your name? Kira. What do you think is going to happen next, Kira?
Papa Rabbit will come back.
What do you think is going to happen next with the Jordan hat?
Go look. Look for him.
Who's going to go look for him?
The family.
The family? All right, so let's turn the page and see. It says, after waiting and worrying long into the night, the rabbit family finally went to bed, except for Pancho. I have to find my father, he thought. He packed Papa's favorite meal, mole, rice and beans, a heap of still warm tortillas, a jug full of fresh aguamiel. He placed it all in a mochila to carry on his back and headed out. So you were kind of right, but it's not the entire family, it's just Pancho that's going to go look for him. And let's see who he finds along the way. Pancho followed the stars north. After walking a while, he met a coyote. Good evening, little rabbit. Where are you going? Good evening, Señor Coyote. I'm going north to meet my papa, who has been working in the carrot and lettuce fields, replied Pancho. It'll take you days and days to get there on this trail, replied the coyote. I can show you a shortcut. That is, if you give me that sweet and spicy mole you have. I smelled it a mile away. Pancho did not wish to give his father's mole away, but he missed him terribly. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, he said, and he let the coyote have it. So where do you think? Huh? Yeah, a coyote. So where do you think the coyote is going to take Pancho?
To his dad.
Okay, but how? How do you think he's going to get there?
Because he knows the way to his dad. To his dad because probably his father showed him where is because sometimes he was late.
But what's the shortcut? Anyone can think of what the shortcut is?
Turn sideways.
Turn sideways? Here, let's see what the shortcut is. It says, the coyote led Pancho to the train tracks. As the sun rose, he showed Pancho how to jump onto a passing car. The train was running so fast, poor Pancho almost fell off. And can you see here? What did the coyote eat? He ate the mole, right? That was for his dad. You can see how it smeared all over his mouth. So they rode atop the train, zooming through the countryside. When the train slowed for a curve, Pancho and the coyote leaped off. We must now cross this river, said the coyote. Señor Coyote, I don't know how to swim, said Pancho. The water was murky and rushed by very fast. He was scared. I can help you reach the other side, said the coyote, but I will be exhausted after I do. Once we are across, I will need to eat the rice and beans you are carrying to regain my strength. Fine, said Pancho, as long as it gets me closer to Papa. The coyote picked up a tire that was junked on the riverbank. Pancho gathered all his courage and held tight. Splash! They jumped into the river. The coyote helped him float to the far bank, and although he did not want to, Pancho gave the coyote the rice and beans just as he had promised. So, do you think they're going to meet his dad, his papa next? Or is something else going to happen? Something else going to happen? You have good intuition. You should be a writer. The sun was high in the sky now. Pancho and the coyote walked on and soon reached a very tall fence that separated the south from the north. It was impossible to jump or climb over. There's a tunnel we can use, said the coyote, but the snakes watch it. If you give them the tortillas you are carrying, I'm sure they will let us through. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, Pancho said and sighed. The coyote talked to the snakes. They agreed to let them pass, but demanded every single one of Pancho's tortillas. Pancho and the coyote entered the tunnel. It was dark, narrow, and very long. Do you think they're going to see his dad next?
Yeah.
No? What do you think is going to happen?
Because they have a lot of pages.
I have a lot of pages. When they emerged, Pancho and the coyote were on the north side of the fence. They were in el norte. The afternoon sun beat down on them, and there was no shade. The coyote pointed to a hut in the distance. We can spend the night there, he said. In the morning, I will take you to the great carrot and lettuce fields, and there you will find your papa. Pancho and the Coyote walked under the desert sun. Poor Pancho's feet ached. Give me some of that aguamiel you have, little rabbit, said the Coyote. I feel dizzy. If I don't drink something, I will collapse and we will never get there. Pancho gave the Coyote some aguamiel. The sand and air were scorching hot, and Pancho felt dizzy. He was very thirsty, and he drank the remainder. As long as it gets me closer to Papa, repeated Pancho to himself in a daze. So is it very cold or very hot in here? And they're very thirsty, so they drink the rest of the aguamiel.
Together?
Huh?
Together or just the Coyote?
Well, the Coyote drank most of it, and then Pancho drank the little bit that was left. And do you think they make it to the hut?
Yeah. They were.
When Pancho and the Coyote reached the hut, it was dark. The Coyote built a small fire for light and warmth because at night the desert is freezing cold. I am so hungry after all that walking, said the Coyote. Do you have any more mole, little rabbit? No, Señor Coyote, you ate it all. Any more rice and beans? No, Señor Coyote, you ate them all. Any more tortillas? No, Señor Coyote, the snakes ate them all. There's nothing left, not even a drop of aguamiel. In that case, said the Coyote, I will roast you in the fire and eat you. With a cry, Pancho leapt for the door. He was the fastest animal back on the rancho, and normally he could outrun the Coyote. But he was tired from the long journey. He could not reach the door. He could not reach the window. All he could do was huddle in a corner as the Coyote slowly approached. The end. Yeah, well then the Coyote, like in the next pages, you just see like the Coyote eating the rabbit, and that's the end of the story.
Oh, really?
Now, what do you think is going to happen next?
His dad's going to come and save him.
All right, so what's your name? Maya? Amaya. Amaya. So who thinks Amaya's right? So you'll think that the dad is going to come and save him? Yeah. All right, let's see. Suddenly, the door was thrown open. Who entered by Papa Rabbit with Señor Ram and Señor Rooster. They soon had the Coyote racing outdoors, far away with his tail between his legs. Panchito, mijo, said Papa Rabbit, and he gave Pancho a hug. I thought I would never see you again. A gang of crows attacked us, said Señor Rooster. They took the money and gifts we were bringing back to our families and left us stranded in the desert. We heard your cries for help, said Señor Ram. Your papa recognized your voice. We ran to you as fast as we could. Papa, said Pancho, I am so happy to find you, and I know the way home. So you guys were right. Papa did show up because he was lost in the desert with his friends because the gang of crows attacked them. But fortunately, Pancho knows the way home. So, what do you think is going to happen in the ending? Let's see. You in the white hat. What's your name?
Colin.
Okay, Colin. What do you think is going to happen?
They're going to be at home.
They're going to get home? All right, let's see. And they're going to eat food.
Drink some water.
So Pancho led Papa Rabbit, Señor Rooster, and Señor Ram home. When they arrived, there was a big fiesta. There was mole, rice and beans, warm tortillas, fresh aguamiel, and música for everyone on the rancho. Pancho told his brothers and sisters about all the dangers he and Papa had faced. Please don't leave us again, said the rabbit children. We were so worried for you. I don't want to leave you, said Papa Rabbit, but the crows took all our money. If it doesn't rain enough again this year, and if there's no food or work here on the rancho, what else am I to do? I will have to leave again. And I will come with you, said Pancho. We will all go with you, said Pancho's brother and sisters. Let's hope it rains, said Mama. And that is the real ending of the story. Did you like it?
Yeah. You should add some more. You should add a
All right, so now let's read the other book. So this is the first book I wrote and illustrated. I write the story and I also do the drawings. So, so please pay attention because I'm gonna ask you some question afterwards. Okay? So it says, "Dear Primo, a letter to my cousin." What do you think primo means?
I already know. Because it's cousin.
Cousin. So this here is Carlitos, and he's writing a letter. So let's see who he's writing a letter to.
That got your name on it.
This is my name here because I'm the author. So they write the author's name here. And it says, "Score! I just got a letter from my primo, my cousin Carlitos. I live in America, but he lives in Mexico, where my family is from. Maybe someday we'll meet." Dear Primo Charlie, how are you? Do you wonder, like me, what life is like far away? I live on a farm surrounded by mountains and trees. My family grows many things, such as maíz. We have a burro, pollos, and a gallo. Every morning, the gallo crows and crows.
So I have in Mexico. Chicken.
You what?
That's what I have in Mexico.
You have cousins in Mexico? You have primos? Oh, well, then this story will sound familiar to you. Dear Primo Carlitos, I live in a city. From my window, I can see a bridge and cars zooming by. I can see skyscrapers too. Skyscrapers are buildings so tall they tickle the clouds. At night, all the lights from the city look like the stars from the sky.
Because they are.
They're very tall, right? Every morning, I ride my bicicleta to school. I ride it past the Perros and past a Nopal. I ride the subway to school. The subway is like a long metal snake, and it travels through tunnels underground.
He always goes to Paris.
He always goes to what?
That's his Paris.
No, look, this is Charlie, and he rides the subway to get to school. And Carlitos rides his bicicleta.
His bike?
Which one?
The bike.
Bicicleta. This is a bicicleta. And these are perros, and this is a nopal.
Cactus?
And you can eat it. Have you ever eaten cactus?
No.
You can take the thorns off. You take these thorns off, and then you can grill it or boil it, and you eat it. But sometimes it's very drooly. It has like a lot of saliva. It's like gooey. Ugh. But it tastes good with onion
But so glad that
and chili.
I'm already allergic to it. I'll only eat it with chili.
Cactus? Oh, it's good.
Cool.
So let's see what Carlitos likes to play. At recess time, I play football. My friend passes me the ball. I kick it with my foot. And if I score, I yell, "Goal!" I play basketball. My friend dribbles the ball and passes it to me. I jump and shoot. The ball goes swoosh, nothing but net. When I come home from school, I help my mom cook. My favorite meal is quesadillas. I make them with cheese and tortillas. In America, we have lots of different foods. My favorite is pizza. I like getting a slice on my way home from school. What's your favorite food?
Pizza. Chinese. I like Chinese.
You like Chinese food?
I like Chinese. I like both.
Pizza and chicken nuggets?
I like both.
You like both?
But except for onion and
I hate allergic to onions. Not that allergic.
Anybody like quesadillas?
I do.
They're good, right?
Stop. They're not really tacos. They're cheese and mole and guacamole.
After I finish my homework, my mom lets me go outside and play. In Mexico, we have many games like trompos and canicas. These are that's a trompo, and these are canicas.
Is that a tap?
And these are marbles, canicas. My favorite game is papalotes. My friends and I run, and with a little wind, we fly the papalote high up. What games do you like to play? Let's see, Maya.
I like to play tic-tac-toe and
I like marble
tag
blast.
and
Tic-tac-toe, marbles. What do you like to play? You said marbles?
anything. I like to play
Hide and go seek.
too.
Hide and seek. All right, let's see what games Charlie likes to play. Maybe he likes to play some games that you like to play.
Okay, just I have both.
When I finish my homework, I play games with my friends from the building. We play by the stoop and in each other's apartments too. I like going over to my friend's home to play video games. Anybody like to jump rope?
No.
Or airplane?
I do. I like to play Xbox.
You like to play Xbox?
Me too.
Charlie likes to play Xbox too.
Oh, I like to get wet.
Let's see. In the afternoon, it often gets hot. To cool off, I jump in a small rio that is nearby. In the summer, the city gets hot too. I like getting splashed by the fire hydrant when the firefighters open it up and close off the block. On the weekend, I go with my parents to the mercado, an open-air market in the town nearby. We sell maíz and tunas, a prickly fruit that we grow. We also buy the food and other things we need.
What, cactus?
Has anyone ever had tunas?
Me. No.
They're like a little... So let's see, what is a tuna? Can you tell me what tunas are? This kind of tuna, not like the fish, but these tunas. What do they have on the outside? They're prickly.
Those are the kind of fish who first they start skinny.
But yeah, that's tuna, but these are tunas also. And these have, you have to grab a knife and you open them up, and then in the inside there's a sweet fruit. Sometimes it's green and sometimes it's red. It's very delicious.
How do you take out the spikes?
You have to be very careful and you cut it open with a knife. And let's see what Charlie writes back. He says, on the weekend, I go with my mom to the supermarket. She brings a list: milk, toothpaste, soap, and I check off the items as we put them in our cart. In the town, from time to time, they have fiestas that last 2 or 3 days. At night, there are cohetes that light up the sky and mariachis that play and play.
What, people?
No, cohetes is fireworks, and mariachis are these musicians that have
Violins and instruments. Okay, get on my
and they wear these hats, and they have like a ribbon on their neck, and these pants with a lot of buttons going down them. In my city, sometimes we have parades. People in costumes and uniform march down the street, and everyone gathers around to watch. Are there any parades here in Grand Rapids?
Yeah. Right now.
There's a parade right now?
No.
Oh.
No.
Tomorrow the what?
Philosophy parade.
And
I'm in the flow. Woohoo.
Yeah, some of the kids are in the flow and the teachers.
Only him. Oh man. Only him. I hate the teacher.
Cool.
Me too.
In my town, there's this parade, right? It's called the Day of the Crazy.
Stop it.
And everyone wears masks and puts on costumes, and you dance down the street.
I wish I was there.
Where fire trucks go around without sirens when they do sirens.
Nice. So let's see. There are charros in Mexico that I wish you could see. They do tricks with their caballos and reatas.
That means horses.
And what's this?
A string.
A rope.
A rope. Rope.
On the street here, you can see break dancers who do flips and spin on their heads. Showtime, ladies and gentlemen, showtime. Have you seen those guys? And then they start spinning on their head. In Mexico, we have so many traditions, such as the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead. And what do you think they do on the Day of the Dead? What is this?
Presents.
Kind of. They make like a little shrine, and they put pictures like of their relatives who have passed away, and they put candles and flowers and food.
Oh yeah, that's on Scooby-Doo that I to tell you something. I have a Scooby-Doo movie, and it's about Mexico,
And they show the Day of the Dead? Nice. Let's see this other tradition. And they make skulls, but they're made out of sugar. You can eat them afterwards. My favorite tradition is attending the December parties called posadas. At the end of each posada, there's a piñata filled with fruit and sweets. When someone breaks it, we all get to jump in. Has anyone ever broken a piñata?
Yeah.
You ever have them at your parties?
I do.
Cool.
I broke all of mine.
One time,
My candy.
one time I was at one of these parties, a posada, and they blindfolded me, and I was supposed to hit the piñata, but instead I was hitting my grandma's pot where she had her plant, because it sounded just like the piñata. They were like, no, stop, stop, and I kept on hitting the pot. Let's see. In America, we have traditions too, such as Thanksgiving, when we eat turkey, and Halloween, when we dress up and go trick-or-treating. But I have to stop writing now. My mom just told me I have to brush my teeth and go to bed. Is anyone here going to dress up for Halloween?
I'm gonna be a skeleton.
Do you know what you're dressing up as? You said you're a skeleton. You?
I'm a princess.
Princess? What are you going to dress? Skeleton?
Yeah, you have to.
How did you know?
You're going to be Tony Hawk? Pretty cool. A killer?
Yeah, I told you.
A fairy?
I'm going to be a Super Mario dance. I know.
Okay.
I'll
A Ninja Turtle? Or just a turtle? Ninja Turtle. Ninja Turtle too? Couple Ninja Turtles, couple skeletons? Fairy? You're a skeleton? You? Mummy?
I'm gonna be a ninja.
Freddy Krueger? Ninja? Alright, so ninjas are trending this year? And let's see what happens. And how about you? Ninja? Alright, and let's see what happens at the end of the book. What are you going to dress up as? Fairy. So we got a couple fairies, a couple ninjas, couple Ninja Turtles, couple skeletons, couple princesses. Can't go wrong with a princess. And look, at the end of the book, the two cousins, Carlitos and Charlie, are each very far away from each other in their own room, and they're both about to go to sleep. But they wake up and they have the same idea. They say, my primo should come visit me, my primo should come visit me. And then maybe sometime in the future, they get to visit each other. What's your idea?
Why is the hands too big?
Why are their heads too big?
No, their hands.
Ah, their hands. I'll explain that in a second. But first, I want to see if you paid attention to the book.
I did.
So let's see. What animals live in the farm with Carlitos? What's this called? Burro. And what are these? Pollos. And what's this? Gallo. And let's see. What are these tall buildings called? Skyscrapers. And let's see. What does Carlitos ride every morning to school? But how do you say it in Spanish? Bicicleta. And what are these? What animals are these? Perros. And what's this cactus called? Nopal. And let's see, what does Carlitos yell when he scores, when he's playing football? Goal! And let's let's see, what does Carlitos like to eat? Quesadillas. And what does he make them with? Cheese and what else? Tortillas. And let's see, what games does Carlitos play? Trompo, canicas, and papalote. Very good.
I said that first.
And what does Charlie play?
Video games.
It's more like, it looks more like Super Nintendo, but
It looks like PlayStation.
yeah. And let's see, what does Carlitos do to cool off when it's hot? He jumps in a bed. And what is it called? A river. What do you call a river? Rio. Rio. And what do they sell at the market? What does Carlitos sell at the market with his dad?
Tuna.
No, that's Charlie. This is Carlitos. Tunas and maize, corn too, right? And what does Charlie buy at the supermarket? Let's see you.
Milk.
What else?
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste and soap. Very good, among other things.
What?
Zombies? I don't think he buys zombies in the supermarket. Maybe there's a zombie attack, but. And what are these called that light up the sky at night?
Fireworks.
Cohetes. And what these guys that play and play? Mariachis. And let's see, what are these guys called that are kind of like cowboys? Charros. And what do they ride? Yeah, caballo. And what else do they do tricks with?
Ropes.
Rope or reata. And these are the break dancers that spin on their head. I can spin on my head. Do you want to? I would not. I can't spin on my head, but I can stand on my head.
Do it.
You want me to stand on my head?
Yeah.
All right. But
But you can.
you have to move back because if I fall on one of you, I'm not repairing you.
Upper body strength.
Not spin.
Oh. All right.
That's a headstand.
And let's see, what does Carlitos celebrate here? ¿El día de qué? El día de los muertos. And during the posadas, what do they break? What does he break? A piñata. And that's it. So those are a few words in Spanish. So now, someone was asking me, why are their hands so big? And I want to see if you notice something else. See how Carlitos and Charlie, they're always standing on the side, right? We never see them like this. We always see them like this, right? And they have these kind of funny ears that look like threes. Why do you think I drew it like that?
I think because
You wanted to. No, because you wanted to look funny. What you need funny.
Have you guys ever seen those kind of like Egyptian drawings where people kind of stand like this?
Yeah. No.
So this kind of like that. People in Mexico, hundreds of years ago, would also do drawings, and in their drawings they would always draw people in profile from the side.
Profile.
So I kind of wanted to do drawings like that, but that look ancient, but do them about something that's very new and very modern. So that's why I drew them like that. Well, yeah, it's kind of silly, but I enjoyed it. It's fun. And you see their ears are like that. Their hands are a little bigger. Their feet are a little bigger.
they're bigger than my hand.
It's not meant to be realistic, right? Because sometimes people draw, and you want your drawing to look almost like a photograph. But sometimes you draw, and it looks more like a cartoon, right? Or it looks more like,
Because like sometimes you mess up on hands.
That one is
standing like this.
well, here he's trying to guard the ball. But so how about, would you guys like it if we do a drawing?
Yeah.
We do a drawing in that style?
Yeah. I'm drawing the cartoon character that I know of. I'm drawing Super.
So here, how about I'll do, since I'm
I'll go do Dara.
this.
Go do walking down.
So how about this? Since I'm visiting your school, thank you for inviting me. Why don't I do a drawing for you guys, and then you can maybe color it and put it up or something.
Yeah, color it.
All right. So let's do. Thank you. So let's do.
But not be mouth.
I think we should do, since Halloween is coming up, and a couple of you are gonna dress like skeletons. We're gonna draw a skeleton.
Zombie. No, princess.
I'm gonna do a skeleton.
Yeah. I'm about to draw Ninja Turtle.
Here, let's start with one and see if you guys like it.
That's a mask. Now that's better hand than those pictures. So, stop tapping me because he's doing those things.
He's dancing Thriller.
Oh.
Thriller, like Michael Jackson. You don't know that song?
Yeah.
Thriller, Thriller. Dun, 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 dun.
What's that thing on you? That black thing.
Oh,
What's that
the
thing
sound
on you?
microphone
Michael
for the-
Jackson.
Like so. He likes them. I was listening to them songs when I was at home. Almost.
No, he needs feet. He's gonna draw some more feet.
You need some little tiny feet.
That's
easy
that's
to
cool
draw.
feet. Some cool feet. I could draw them. Yeah. Told you that's cool.
He does draw good.
Dang.
He draws good.
That's a person. That's a cool street.
He draws.
He's an artist. Say that. You say that.
He's a good artist.
Yep.
Hi, my name's Amaya. Oh, the bones. Stop. Look it. Oh.
Thank you.
Teach me how to draw. I'll only draw. I'll draw like. I can draw. Look, I drew like the heart. I drew the white.
No, I'm making the bones.
Bird yesterday. Can you draw some stitches? Like he got on fire. You draw some stitches.
Well, and then what you can do is you draw, you leave the bones white, and you can color this black or red or a different color, and then it's going to look like it's some bones dancing. But you guys can do that. No, not right now. So, wait. When an artist finishes a drawing, what should he do so people know that he drew it? So here, let me put my name on it.
Duncan.
Tonatiuh. And let's write the date. What's the date today? Who can tell me?
The
5th of October?
No, it's the 5th because today is 5. Yeah, today's 5.
5. Sorry. 12. And we are in Harrison Park? Harrison Park School. There we go. Thank you. So let's see. I'm going to just leave this here. Stay. Stay, boy. All right. So why don't we move back a little bit? Thank you. And do you guys have any questions?
No.
You have a question. What's your question?
Hi.
Hello. Huh? Adios? Kicking me out? What's your question? You're welcome. Adios, amigos.
Duncan,
Yes.
today's my birthday.
Today's your birthday? Well, you'll get a book, so you'll get a present at least.
We got some books. Where would you like to sign? Would you like to sign there, or would you like to sign out in the hall?
Whatever's easiest, convenient for people.
So I'll put the books out here, and then I'll send them out one by one.
Okay, sure. No problem. So did you guys enjoy the books? Did you like it? Yes? You're welcome. What, I'm dressing up as Halloween? I'm going to dress up as a samurai. That's why I have my samurai bun. I'm preparing for Halloween. De nada.
What is this?
So my hair doesn't get in my face. So I have a lot of hair. Yes.